Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video. Today is going to be your 2-week notice to get everything you need to get done before Dawntrail Early Access. Now, we have 14 days, but 2 of them will be down for 48-hour maintenance. So you only have 12 days of the 2 weeks that you have to prep whatever you need. So the first thing, which also has been confirmed, is the bicolored gemstones are going to be reused for fates in Dawntrail, and it gets an increase to 1500 for the maximum. So if you guys have not done your shared fates in the Endwalker zones, I recommend that you do it now. This way you guys will have all this done, and you have some bicolored gemstones for the Dawntrail release. Next, scrips. So it has been confirmed we're getting orange scrips. Now, yellow is going to be removed completely from the game, so if you have any yellow from Shadowbringers still hanging around, come to Mordona, right about here, talk to the script exchange, and then do yellow script exchange for white. Now, for white scripts, they are going to be discontinued, so you can still exchange those for purple. Purple is going to be reduced down to white, and then orange will be the new purple. Alright, so expect to get a bunch of orange scripts ready for materia farming coming in Dawntrail. We still have no confirmation about grade 11 and 12. Well, most likely we will find that out during the patch notes on Thursday before early access. Next, tomestones. So we're getting 2 new tomestones. One is going to be aesthetic, which is going to replace causality. The other one is going to be heliometry, or helio for short. Now, what's going to happen to astronomy is it's going to be discontinued completely, which means removed from the game. So talk to Oriana here in Mordona and do an exchange for a better tomestone, which I think is going to be into causality. Now, what the causality and comedy will be reduced to, I think, poetics, if not aesthetics. I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure it's poetics. The poetics is going to be also used in Endwalker after Dawntrail, so you guys can use your poetics to get stuff for your Viper and Pictomancer once they hit level 90, or desynthesize, or turning into your Grand Company. Your choice, but I'm definitely going to be doing desynthesis and then Grand Company seal farming. So make sure that you get your tomestones of astronomy exchanged and be prepared to exchange these for poetics or aesthetics. So that is going to be that for tomestones. And also, tomestones of heliometry come out 4 weeks after the launch of Dawntrail, which is July 30th. So be prepared for that. But aesthetics comes out immediately during early access. Next, and we have no confirmation for the hunt currency, is going to be nuts or something different. We have a slot right next to the nuts that could be something else, or there might be the first time ever keeping the hunt currency the same for 3 expansions. Now, if you don't remember what these are for, ultimately they were for getting materia, grade 9 and 10, and of course upgrades to your tomestone gear, and also some mounts, minions, and fashion accessories, as well as a striking dummy. So we have no idea if they're going to continue with this, but if they are, you have about 12 days to get as much nuts as humanly possible. We also have no confirmation of grade 11 and 12 materia. Again, most likely we'll find that out during the patch notes. So definitely stock up on your sacks of nuts just in case they return in Dawntrail. The hunt train is definitely the best way to do it, and you should get a full stack of 4,000 within probably 3 hits of the train. Next, for you Picto and Viper levelers, the Arcasadar Beast Tribe in Thavnir here has 3 allowances that you guys can do, or 6 if you're lucky enough to get online to grab these. You guys can get 992,970 experience points times 3. Since I'm on level 80 Blue Mage, the experience points, as you can see, scales down. If you were doing it as level 90, going to 91, then you can get over 1,000,000 experience points. So keep this in mind when you're picking up Picto and Viper. If you guys want to learn how to unlock this, I'll make sure to link the video down below. So this is going to be your final heads up and warning for wondrous tales. So on the 18th of June, which is next Tuesday, you're going to grab your Wondrous Tales book, complete the 9 duties of your choosing, but do not pass it in. You're going to gain half a level, even though I have level cap, you can't really see it. You will gain half a level on your picto or viper. Then the week of early access, you turn it in, then grab the Wondrous Tales book of that week. These books are viable for at least 2 weeks, then it becomes null and void. Alright, so Chloe over there will give you your book. I think the quest is going to be over here, keeping up the Leopolds to unlock Wondrous Tales. Also make sure that your poetics are not capped, otherwise you're going to lose out on 500, and that can be used for leveling up your Picto or Vipers on level, or if you're doing Grand Company turn-ins or desynthesis. So keep that in mind. I don't think the new tomestones will be in these books just yet, but we'll find that out when the time arises. Next, I'm going to reiterate what I said in my last video about your retainers. Now, because early access week, the Wednesday and Thursday will be down for 40-hour maintenance, you're going to send your retainers out on 18-hour ventures during the Tuesday of early access. Now remember, they cannot go past the level that your job is on. So for battle jobs, if you're level 90, your retainer cannot go to level 91 until you reached it. So for them, they need to have 530 M level for the level 90 exploration. For botanist and miner, they're going to be the same gathering rate. So for them, it's 2258. And if you're using a fisher, they are going to be a little bit lower, since their offhand is a level 60 item. They will have 1806 gathering for the level 90. That's if you have a fisher retainer. Alright, so make sure you're level 91 before you complete your retainers. Next is your crystals and clusters. Now remember, the crystals are going to be more useful than clusters because clusters aren't going to be reused yet until the next Master Recipe books come out, which is going to be July 30th. So stocking up on your crystals now, getting ready for Dawntrail's crafting, is something that you should be doing right now. And of course, if you want to make some gil, selling your clusters and your crystals can also make you a crap ton of gil in Dawntrail. But make sure you have enough on yourself to keep yourself crafting. Alright, so stick everything you can into your free company chest and then start anew. You're most likely going to get a crap ton of crystals and clusters when you're aethersand farming for the new materials, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Since at my grand company, the other thing you guys should be stocking up on is, of course, Dark Matter 8, which most likely they're going to be using this for level 100 gear instead of giving us a grade 9 Dark Matter. Also, I would recommend grabbing your aetheryte tickets to your grand company. This way you guys don't having to waste your aetheryte tickets. Speaking of aetheryte tickets, make sure you stock up on these suckers. This way you guys can teleport to the new world and back to Eurasia at your whim. Remember that you get yours from the Hunt Buildmaster under others, to the Allied Seals or Centurial Seals in Heavensward and Stormblood, and as well as retainer ventures when you're leveling up your retainers as well. I will make sure to link the playlist for my Dawntrail preparation videos, and I believe everything is in there that you will need. Now for a couple of miscellaneous items. If you're not in a free company and have no access to free company actions, your squadrons are your next best thing. They will give you, depending on which mission that you choose to do in the priority section, these manuals. They basically are the same thing as free company actions, but I think they're equivalent to grade 3. So you have priority allowances for grand company turn-ins, got battle for killing enemies in the field, you got crafter and gatherer manuals, and of course other things like increased meal duration, spirit bonding, increasing crafting, control, perception, and gathering, all sorts of things. The other thing is spirit bond potions, unless we get a new one. High quality gives you +6, and I believe gatherers cap at +6 because they are the fastest in terms of spirit bonding, and crafters can have as many as they want. So you want to stock up on spirit bomb potions, and better crown pies, as well as those manuals. If you're in a free company, then you can make yourself grade 3 by using the ethereal wheel and of course the free company workshops, which I'll link the video to that. It's kind of old, but it is still viable. They take about, I think, 73 or 74 hours to make grade 3. So stock up on grade 2 and then make grade 3 only in the ones that are going to be the most useful, such as crafting and gathering. Now, if we do get grade 11 and 12 materia in Dawntrail, and you want to try to grab them as fast as possible, then the first thing you want to do is stock up on grade 10 materia, alright, which is going to be pretty much useless at this point. And then you're going to come here to the bonfire in Central Thanalan and talk to Mutamix. You're going to want to unlock transmutation with your materia. You should be knowing this by now, that if you pass in 5 pieces of materia, one of different types, there's a chance, small chance, that you guys can get a upgrade to the next level of materia, or get one that you did not put in of the same grade. Obviously, I did not get a grade 10, so ultimately you would see this, which means that you would get the same grade that you just put in, but of a different type. So I get a grade 9 gathering. Okay, if you do get a cutscene, that means you get the next grade up. So if you transmute all your materia and early access and get that grade 11, if it's possible, then you can make a crap ton of gil right off the bat. Otherwise, you're probably just going to have to do scripts to get yourself your crafting and gathering materia. But as for battle materia, you're going to be going through a lot of dungeons to spirit bond your gear, so transmuting might be your best chance. So if I were you, buy as much grade 10 materia, if they're cheap, as humanly possible to transmute in the future. So I'll give you guys a little heads up on that if you want to make bank on materia. So one last tip for when Dawntrail early access releases, I don't know if the tomestone materials are released during early access, but if you do, make sure that you gear up your main as fast as possible with the aesthetic tomestone when you hit level 100. Then once that is done, start hoarding the materials in preparation for when master recipes are released. You won't be able to craft with them just yet, but having them ahead of time will be very helpful. And if they're not available until the master recipe books are released, then make sure you have your jobs, settled with your gear, but then cap the aesthetics before the master recipe books are released. As well, when we do get new aethersands, which is going to be endstone equivalent, or for botanist and miner and fisher, and of course the moonlight aethersand equivalent, hoard them, do not sell them. All right, that's the most important thing. You want to hoard the new sands when they come out and not sell them just yet. A lot of people are going to sell them prematurely, and then they're not going to get as much money as when they actually are viable. But that, I believe, is the only thing that's left I really want to bring to your attention. And like I said, you have at least 12 days left to prepare everything that you need before maintenance goes down and early access. So if there's anything that I might have missed that you guys want people to remember to do in the next 12 days, please put them in the comments section down below. So I will see you guys in the next video. And that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or help me on Ko-Fi. The links for those will be in the description down below, as well as my Discord. I also want to give a thanks to all my YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and Ko-Fi members. And an extra special shout out to the members on screen. So until next time, may you forever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead. Take care.